fucking starved. What can I eat? Bloatware, bloatware. We're going to talk about bloatware. Waiting for some people to come in here. What's up, bro? Where the hell did that go? Come on. Try to put it up there, bro. You ain't gonna be scared, bro. What's up? Man, listen. The game should be played in Buffalo, regardless of the fucking snow. No one cares about the snow. Now they're having a problem traveling to Detroit. You know, I gotta, listen. I gotta go out there and get the game. I gotta start playing. But, bloatware. Hey, let me tell you a little story about bloatware. And you know I got all these Twitter puppets, right? I have this guy on Twitter called Bloatware. He's a fat German. I've taken over his Twitter. I've taken control of it. And I've made him lose like 75 followers in the last 2 days. He's not, I was going to say he's not quite as good as Methheimer, because Methheimer is just, he'll never stop dancing. Actually, Methheimer's better than So Slob, because So Slob was disabled. Methheimer's just a 54-year-old meth head. But Dennis, a.k.a. Bloatware, just can't stop dancing. Hey, you know what happened to Dennis? He fell into my trap, into my rabbit hole, and he can't get out now. What makes you deserve a shout out, Brandon Griffiths? Bloatware and Methheimer. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. They make Twitter interesting. Dancing. They can't stop dancing. I got to be honest with you, though. Methheimer's definitely a better puppet than So Slob, because So Slob was disabled. Methheimer's just a meth head that don't have any teeth. How about when he tweeted out Methheimer said, at least I can afford real ones? If those are the best fucking veneers you can afford, looks like you got them out of a gumball machine. Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, Sherm the Sperm is one of the most emotional puppets. He got all emotional about a video I keep tweeting out. He goes, I'm going to get their accounts taken down. You can't run to Twitter no more, son. It's a free-for-all. You just got to deal with it now. You got to go run and cower in the corner and hide like a coward. You can do whatever you want on Twitter now. Accept it. No one even tweets. He's like a wind-up toy. Exactly. No one even pays him any attention. He wants, hey, you know what it is with Methheimer? He wants to show, he wants to act like he was some kind of troll. He's trying to get my approval, like I'm his father. He's like, oh, I was a good troll on MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Like on MySpace or whatever. He's trying to get my approval. And it's embarrassing watching a 54-year-old man dribble, trying to get another man's attention because he wants to be known as a troll. He's not even worth my time to talk to. It's embarrassing. Bloatware, on the other hand, I know it really affects Bloatware because he tries to put on his persona on Twitter like he's in control, and he's not. Bloatware just can't handle it. Bloatware's going nuts right now. Yeah, I'm not worried about the Listen, the Cavaliers, when they were 8-1, whatever, we knew it's a long season. I'm not worried about it. Muhammad gets real sensitive. You know what's funny about these puppets? They run their mouths, but then when you go back, they get all scared. But Muhammad, he's very sensitive. It'd be funny when Twitter shuts him down. Sherm the Sperm. Let me just think who else. Methheimer, Muhammad, Bloatware, Christian Watson. Who's that? Oh, but here's what I want to talk about. Paul Depodesta. I haven't streamed in a while. Oh, by the way, my Forerunner. Full-time four-wheel drive is a motherfucker. Oh my God, that thing eats so much gas. That thing is like a gas-guzzling fucking pig. Julian. Oh, yeah, Jules. Yeah, no, I was hoping to be a snow game. All right, let's talk about Paul Depodesta and what he's done to the Cleveland Browns. For all you people out there that don't follow the Browns, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't know what Depodesta does, because I'll be honest with you. I never even put any thought into Depodesta until some guy on my Spaces told me about Depodesta, and I started. Now, I knew that they had to bring their game plans and analytics, but I thought that was just something that was going to happen, and then they'd slowly go away from it gradually. So I didn't put much thought into Depodesta. And I wish I never talked to Keith. That's the guy who told me about it, because then I would just be under this pretense that Stefanski's just a horrible coach. But now, knowing what I know with Depodesta and how things are run in Cleveland, I know, I don't even need these because I'm not reading them right now. I know that we have no shot at doing anything, because with Paul Depodesta there, the Browns have no shot to compete. Because, see, let me show you. Stefanski was never a good coach. He wasn't. All some guys did, Stefanski did in the COVID year, in the Zoom, Christian Watson's. All he did in the Zoom, in the COVID year, was they were better preparing teams in the Zoom thing, because, they're Ivy League nerds, better teachers. And we were playing against backups, and that's why we had that good year, right? It was a fluke year, whatever. But then the next year, that's the real Stefanski, 8-9. And then this year, it's the real Stefanski, 8-9. So he was never a good coach, but he's never been this bad of a coach. You see what I'm getting at? And the reason he went from being a bad coach to a horrible coach is because of Paul Depodesta. If you notice, Stefanski's on the sidelines all by himself. No one's around him. That's because he's got Depodesta and a bunch of analytic guys in his ears. And the defense with Joe Woods, too. You guys got to understand something. Joe Woods he had a top 5 defense at the end of last year. Analytics is calling the defense. That's why these guys are so confused all the time. How many breakdowns did we have last year? Maybe 5 the whole year. We've already had twice as many in fucking 9 games. Analytics, the Browns do everything based on analytics. How they draft players, how they sign free agents, and how they look at positions. The defensive tackle position, for instance, no one's going to run. No one's going to run. We could put all these small linebackers in there and all cornerbacks. Now people are starting to run. The whole NFL is doing it. You cannot get away from how football's played. I don't care what you analytic nerds think, but it's not going to happen. So Paul Depodesta has destroyed this organization. He has. If Stefanski, you think about this. Stefanski went from a 20-yard box, boring, 3 tight end set offense to a wide open air assault offense overnight. He's never been this. This isn't that guy. Oh, by the way, Austin Hooper plays pretty good now that he's away from Stefanski's offense. But Stefanski just changed his offense overnight because of Paul Depodesta and analytics. We have no shot until we get rid of Depodesta. And Andrew Berry, I'm sorry, Joe Banner, he is the black version of Joe Banner. He's not a talent evaluator, because him and Paul Depodesta, the players they're getting, are all trash. We signed Denzel Ward to $100 million. He's good, but so is Martin Emerson, who's just as good. We don't. The players that they brought in are all garbage. All garbage. So we need a GM like John Dorsey. All the good players on this team were brought in by John Dorsey. All of them. None of these guys that these guys drafted are any good. So we need to get John Dorsey back or get a football guy in there. Because analytics, I'm sorry, I don't like it. You can use analytics in a football game, but you can't base your whole foundation in the way you build your team, in the way you call plays on analytics. Defensively, analytics is ruined. Why do you think Joe Woods hasn't been fired? If Joe Woods was on any other team, he would have been fired 3-4 weeks ago. But Depodesta can't fire him. You know why? Because he's the one ordering all these defensive calls to Joe Woods on the sidelines. It is what it is. We have a problem in Cleveland. It's Paul Depodesta. That's the biggest problem in Cleveland. And then I'd say Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry, and those 3. You got to get rid of Paul Depodesta. And I'll be honest with you. Stefanski, I would even give him his play. Listen, I'm on the fence. I don't think he's a good coach, but if you want to keep Stefanski, I can live with that as long as Depodesta's gone. Because I think that Stefanski, without Depodesta in his ear, calling plays, whatever, I think he could be decent. Not a good head coach. If you want to put Stefanski as an offensive coordinator and hire a head coach, I'm good with that. Because let's call a spade a spade. Kevin's not a head coach. He's not. All he wants to do is call plays. In fact, if you even ask him, that's all he wants to do. So he's not a head coach. So you either got to fire him or make him the offensive coordinator. But here's what I would do. If I'm Jimmy Haslam, remember last 2018-17 when they brought in John Dorsey towards the end of the season? Because Haslam got tired of the analytic approach and Paul Depodesta was probably crying about it. We need to get a guy like, we need to call Sean Payton up and say, listen, I'll give you the keys to the kingdom. You hire the GM, whoever you want, you coach the team. And we're set. That's what we need to do. But Depodesta, Stefanski, and you can keep Andrew Berry for salary cap purposes only. He cannot, whoever is evaluating talent in Cleveland needs to be gone. That's why I'm rooting for this team to lose out the rest of the games. Because we have no chance to win with this regime. And I told everybody from day one, Stefanski was horrible. But he's never been this horrible. Stefanski was a bad coach last year. But he was not this bad. He has gotten to the point where he's not even serviceable. So we have to fire everybody. Everyone thinks if we had Deshaun Watson, what would our record be? Probably the same. I mean, Sean Watson's great, but I mean, is he going to stop the defense from these stupid play calls? Is he going to stop Stefanski from being a horrible coach? I don't want to hear that. Brian Daboll's 7-2 with garbage quarterbacks. Robert Saleh's 5 or 6-3 with garbage quarterbacks. I don't want to. Jeff Saturday's 1-0. All these clowns that think Stefanski's a good coach don't know football. Believe me, I wish Kevin Stefanski was a good coach. I wish I was so wrong in this situation. I do, but I'm not. We'd probably be 6-3 with Watson. We would, but here's the problem: we'd be 6-3, and we'd still have a bad head coach, and we'd still have horrible analytics. Whereas if we had a normal head, just say we had Mike Zimmer, the guy from the Vikings that got fired. If we had Mike Zimmer right now coaching every game this season, the Cleveland Browns would be 7-2. And that's a fact. That is how bad Stefanski is. We'd be 7-2 with Mike Zimmer because he would have run the ball. His defense would have never did this analytic-driven defense. We'd be 7-2 with Mike Zimmer. That's how bad Kevin is. And people say, well, if he's being ordered to call these plays by Depodesta, then why should he be fired? It's very simple. He allowed another man to put him on strings. If I'm Kevin Stefanski right now, my favorite current team is the Baltimore Ravens. If I'm Kevin Stefanski right now, I go have a press conference and say, listen, analytics has me doing all kinds of play calls I wouldn't be doing. It's ruining. I can't do it no more. Either I don't have to answer to Paul Depodesta or I'm fired, whatever. That's all he has to do. And if Stefanski came out and said that, I'd have respect for him. No, I wouldn't, because he already allowed him to be on strings for fucking 2 years, 3 years, whatever. But that's what he needs to do. That's why Joe Woods hasn't been fired. Because how are you going to fire a guy who's doing exactly what you want him to do? Depodesta can't fire him. I mean, you're calling the plays. Your analytics is why the defense is giving up all these big plays and why you have so many breakdowns. So how are you going to fire fucking Joe Woods? You can't. How are you going to fire Kevin Stefanski when he's running the same offense you want him to run? I mean, Stefanski had the boringest 20-yard box offense last year. Now he's throwing the ball all over the fucking yard with a career journeyman backup. Who, by the way, he's not the reason we're 3-6. We're 3-6 because of Kevin Stefanski and the defense. A normal coach, anybody else would have fired Joe Woods by now. Anybody would have. That's why. So I'm rooting against the Browns. So I don't even have to root against the Browns Sunday. We're going to get slaughtered anyway. You take away the Cincinnati Bengals, Kevin Stefanski's like 4-20 his last, or 4-16 his last 20 games. And then you got slobs like Chops, who thinks he's. One thing about Chops is he won't even say Kevin Stefanski does anything bad. To be fair, yes, Kyle Shanahan has a boring offense, but guess what? He knows how to use it, and he knows how to use his players. Do you think if we had Deebo Samuel in Cleveland under this current regime, do you think he'd ever touch the ball running the ball like he does in San Francisco? Absolutely not. I mean, if I'm running the Cleveland Browns offense, and I got such a weapon like Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, I use them both at the same time. You don't have to have them both in the backfield at the same time. You can motion Hunt into the slot. You know how much of a terror Hunt would be going out of the slot, catching balls? He doesn't know how to use the talent that he has. He just doesn't. And I don't want to hear he's got a top 5, 10 offense, whatever. Well, that's fine. That's great. We're 3-6. Because he allows his defensive coordinator to be analytically fucking challenged by Paul Depodesta. So I don't want to hear about his top 10 offense. I want to hear about his bottom tier record, 3-6. We're 3-6, people. We played the Dolphins the other day. We were down. Here's the classic how bad Stefanski is. It's 10-7. We get the ball back with 1 minute and 25 seconds left. Now, your main thing here is you're struggling. You want to get some points. But the main thing you want to do is don't give them the ball back with any time left. And what does Stefanski do? He runs 3 plays for like 25 seconds off the clock. They get the ball back and they could drive down the field. We're down 17-3 at halftime or whatever. It was 17-7 at halftime. That's how bad of a coach Stefanski is. He's just not a good coach. Miami's got look at Miami's coach. What he's done with Tua. I don't even think Tua's good. But in that system, it's all about timing. Gets the ball out of his hand quick, and it works. And he's a better coach than Stefanski, I'll tell you that. I don't want to hear about it. Kevin's got to go. He's got to go. I don't even want to. If Jimmy Haslam doesn't want to get rid of him, you got to get rid of Depodesta. I mean, you could salvage Stefanski. He's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is, I truly believe you get rid of Depodesta, and I think Stefanski could be salvageable. I do. But Depot has to go. People don't realize Depot is running the show. Because you can't tell me that Stefanski was running the boringest 20-yard box offense the last couple years, especially last year, and decides to throw it all over the yard with a backup quarterback. No, you can't tell me that happened on his own choice, on his own accord. That's all Paul Depodesta. That's what that is. I wish it was the other way around. It's a lot easier to get rid of a head coach than it is to get rid of a fucking guy you just signed to a 5-year contract. That's how dumb Jimmy fucking Haslam is. Jimmy Haslam signed this guy to a 5-year contract. Bob. Watersick. You gotta search Dooley. Hey, Bob, man, I searched everywhere. I couldn't find it. You gotta search Dooley. Hey, Slob, you know I got that recorded, don't you? You know what happens when Elvis sees it. I've been debating on when to show it to Elvis. And here's the funny thing. When I do show it to Elvis, you're going to know. Because one of these days he's going to look at you. And you're going to know right then and there that he's seen it or heard it. That's how good I am. I not only put people on strings in the reel, online, I put them on strings on the reel. I do. I hope Tom Brady throws for 600 yards against us. I want the Browns to lose. And the reason I want the Browns to lose is because I got to get rid of. We have to lose every game to get rid of this regime. We can't win with these guys. Now I'll say this: if we get in the playoffs with Deshaun Watson, and don't forget that defense is capable of playing good when they allow it to. We get in the playoffs, we're running the table, and that's a fact. But I don't see us. I just don't. I would have loved to see what we would have done in the snowstorm Sunday. Analytically, what's his name? Depodesta would have been like, we're going to throw the ball. I'd be like, well, in 1985, there was a blizzard in New England, and Moses Tapupu ran the ball or threw the ball 45, and he just come up with some stupid obscure stat. No defensive tackles. You know why we have no defensive tackles? Because Paul Depodesta said they don't run no more. We're going to get all these fast guys on the field. We're going to get all these quick linebackers. It's a bad philosophy. The worst philosophy in football is done by the Cleveland Browns. I'm starved. I gotta find something to eat. Mostly to poo-poo too. Do you remember? Yeah, the Texans you made out. You know why? Because you're gonna have what's his name? You're gonna have a high draft pick. You remember when Ron Meyer had the guy come over there, a convict in New England, clear the field off for him to kick a field goal? Well, I want to see something. What's up? These kittens are so small for like 3 months. I mean, they're tiny. What's up, bro? They're tiny. What's up, bro? Look at that. They get shit all over it. They both got diarrhea. The one's diarrhea is clearing up, though. The one's clearing up. So they'll get better. See, it's clearing up. When it gets cleared up, I'll bring the bed back in here. Cats are beasts. I'm finding homes. Anybody wants 2 kittens, let me know. I'll put this in there for him. Beast. They're tired. All right, you be good. Yeah, look, I had to put the bed in this room. No, they use the litter box. There was a convict that just got out of a work release program in New England, like 1978. The coach of the Patriots had him during a timeout. There was like a foot of snow in the field. He had to go clear a spot so the kicker could kick a field goal. No, they ain't got no ticks. Yeah, they're just small. Stroud. Oh, look at this. Hey, look how easy it was. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, I told everybody that bloatware blocked me, right? And he responded like a puppet dancing. Look how good I am. Hey, listen to what he says. If he's not smart enough to go through my time, then that's on him. It's my timeline. I played him like a fiddle. I took a picture and made it look like he blocked me, and I knew he'd come out and dance. He's so predictable. Now I got him arguing there trying to say he didn't block me. So predictable. He's such a puppet. Just like I instructed him on command. Let me see. Look, he's still arguing with people. Unbelievable. Now I got people saying that he unblocked me. It's hilarious. He's dancing so... You guys got to get to Twitter. It's unbelievable. That's why I'm not on YouTube no more. Twitter's funner. You can sit there and make puppets dance. I got puppets dancing. I don't even have to do nothing. Watson can't wait to play. Derrick Henry's a beast. Gotta figure out what to eat. Let me see. Yeah, bloatware. What could I eat? Let me think. Bloatware's dancing hard, people. You know what? Let me make some. I'm gonna make something to eat. Yeah, Watson. There's no doubt Watson's going to improve the team, but at what cost? We're not making the playoffs because Paul Depodesta and Kevin Stefanski seen to that. I got to go get some ice cream. I want fucking more. Best bread ever. God, I cannot believe how easy it is to put bloatware on fucking strings. I took a picture, it made it look like he blocked me, and he fell for it. So predictable. This should still be good. I wonder how long turkeys stay for in the refrigerator. It's about 2 weeks old. It's about 2 weeks old, it'll be good. I like skinny tomatoes. Funny thing is, you know bloatware's watching right now. Hey, bloatware, I control your Twitter. It's mine. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You just got to accept it. I own your Twitter. I control your everyday thoughts. Everything you do is on command and as instructed. You know it, I know it, and so do my followers that were on your timeline that are mine now. Ding, 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 ding. Just so good. Unbelievable. I'm a fucking beast. And it's just unbelievable. Oh my God. I thought I turned that motherfucker on. It didn't go on. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Best cheese ever, hot pepper cheese. Do I need it toasted? No. But I want it toasted. Slob Tosic. Hey, Slob Tosic, trust me. Here's what I got to play for him. You're going to quit. Because I know you. You don't like confrontation. Remember what Woofy did to you, Slob Tosic? Remember that? Remember what Woofy did to you, Slob Tosic? That was the funniest shit ever. Hey, Slob Tosic got bullied by Woofy. These bags are fucking trash. Old Slob Tosic got bullied by fucking Woofy. Janelle, Woofy doesn't sound the same. Janelle, what's wrong with Woofy? He doesn't sound the same. Janelle, your foster parents are dead. Your foster parents are dead. Your foster parents are dead. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. I would have been eating this already if that fucking stupid fucking toaster oven would have worked. I might even still eat it and fuck toasting it. Yeah, we're gonna fucking... I don't have time to wait for it. Fucking starved. What kind of mayonnaise do you guys use? I use Hellmann's or Kraft. Miracle Whip I could use, but... You know, I'd rather Turk-and-Tack. I'd rather Turk-and-Tack. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Turk-and-Tack and Turk-and-Tack. Turk-and-Tack, Turk-and-Tack. Turk-and-Tack, 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 Turk-and-Tack. Bro, don't come over here. I'll give this to you later. Shut up. Shut up. I want to hear your mouth. I should have just left it in there. Look at that. I could put it back in the drawer now because look at it. Even though I didn't. But I could. Shut up. Shut up. If I want to. If I want to. I'm starved. Maybe I'll get a pizza later. I hear you, bro. So good. They should have traded Kareem Hunt. Not trading Kareem Hunt was a mistake. You'll do a big one. Exactly. They could not do a big one. Now nothing. It's so good. Oh. It's so good, man. What's Wings of Redemption up to? Where'd you go? Remember how So Real would make video every day on me? Brissette. Look at them. What about my house today? Hey, that one dude that my house is dirty has the new guy's terrible. Ah, come on! It's so good. I'm going to get ice cream. Motherfucker. All right, back. I said I was going to give, you know what? I said I was going to give them cats food. I mean, I was going to give them that, what do you call it, but I'm not going to now. I'm going to eat the rest of it. Remember last year? In my backyard, I had snow shovel, or I had, pass for the cats. Remember that? Cowboys. Dak's gonna have 4 TDs. Yeah, that new guy sucks. That new guy on My House is Dirty is horrible. He's terrible. He's not even good. In fact, when Dirty tries to be funny, he's not funny either. It's painful. Let me see if Dennis is still dancing. Bloatware. Yep, Bloatware's still dancing. As instructed. As instructed. God, am I good. I've taken over his Twitter, too. He's losing followers at an alarming rate. I already told you what I want the Browns to do. Get rid of Paul Depodesta. You get rid of Paul Depodesta, you're good. Look at the size of that cat. Albert, you're a beast. You know, I found an old video of Albert, the original Albert. And Albert, the original Albert, was a pretty big cat, too. This cat here ain't even my cat. Remember, this cat used to be terrified of me. Now it's like a normal cat. It just assumes it lives here now. Anybody want that cat? It's a nice cat. Bloatware will never stop dancing. I can't believe he fell for that. He didn't want people to think he blocked me. God, am I good. Why? Is a new Warzone? Hey, the new Warzone they got, is it any good? Is it a different map? Stefanski's 8-1 in the first quarter. There you go. Believe me, I wish I was wrong about Stefanski. I really do. But I'm not. What's that mean, proximity chat? Now, do I have to have the new Call of Duty to play that Warzone? I got to get rid of them kittens now. Because that's where I play Warzone at, in that room. I got to get rid of those kittens. Of course, I could put them in this room. I could, nah, because these cats are in here. Maybe I'll start getting rid of these cats. You see, you perked up when I said that, huh? It's not like, I mean, I can get rid of the one on the left. The one on the right's a good cat. They're both good cats. They don't bother nobody. But I could find them homes. Because I could afford to lose a couple of these. No, I think the Bengals are going to lose to the Steelers. I think Joe Burrow gets injured Sunday. TJ Watt hates him. I think Depodesta and Stefanski are hot for each other. I do. Wait till you see what I do to Watersuck. I'm going to fucking put him on strings so bad. When fucking Elvis sees what I got, oh, God. Slob's going to be having a hard time. I got some good info. I got some good video, audio, I should say. I put a phone in my pocket and I put somebody on strings in 2016. What do you mean LeBron had a broadcast? Oh, I gotta go some. Fuck, what time is it? Oh, it's only 12:30. I gotta be somewhere at 2 o'clock. Well, I don't have to. I'd like to get it done before 2. Let me guess. LeBron was talking all ghetto. Shit, man, we be doing that shit in the hood, man. Only cat I know that tries to act ghetto. Yeah, LeBron, he tries to act ghetto all the time. It's embarrassing. Yeah, Mookie got a new Mookie got a new house. The Shark vacuum cleaner house. She likes it. Yeah, I bought another vacuum cleaner because I noticed mine wasn't picking up this. I want to take the floor's carpet out, but the cats won't be able to run around. But I bought this right here. This one's a beast. That one there is a beast. It was only $100. That's a beast vacuum cleaner. It was one of the ones that refurbished. It's way better than that Shark. That Shark's, I mean, that Shark there just, I don't know. It's just not good enough. It's good, but this one's better. It's wider. I probably own about 20 vacuum cleaners the past 10 years. I got a problem with buying them. I even got one down here. This one works good. I got this for $49 at Always. And I got to put this in the vehicle. I keep forgetting. Remember I was breaking those chairs during Browns games? Hey, these drunks I was following about 4 or 5 months ago, they were driving all fucked up. They had this cooler, brand fucking new with fucking alcohol in it. It fell out of their fucking truck, right? I took it. And I also got this, which is like $60. I took this too when it fell out. It was holding the cooler in, but I took it. Wait till you see it. It's a nice... Where'd it go? I'm going to start using it. Where did I put it at? Oh, I don't know where it went, but... Where the fuck did I put it? Oh, this thing here. This thing's nice. I'm going to start using it. This is nice. This was holding that cooler up in the back of their pickup truck. That's a good one. And it fell out and I took it. It's about $100 and some value I got there. And I would have returned it to them, but they were driving erratically. They didn't know they lost it. And they were driving erratically because I was following them. That's a nice fucking thing. I gotta put that. You know, that was perfect. I had it in the FJ. And it's nice. So I'm gonna use that. I gotta start putting all these tools back in the truck. I hope he does. I want Stefanski gone. Look at that. Remnants. My FJ was so much bigger inside than the fucking 4Runner. I mean, if you have a kid, you'd rather have the 4Runner, but the FJ for a single person is way better. Oh, Salah. Come here, Smokey. I chew nicotine pouches. They're not. It's pouches. It's not even nicotine. It's not even chew. Smokey, come here. It don't matter. Salah's better than Stefanski. He's winning with scrub quarterbacks. Scoop. All right, people. I'll be back later. I got some shit I got to do. I might even play Warzone tonight. Later.